A scene that I completely did not expect come out of nowhere in this episode was the Zachary scene. I was completely in shock. I mean, yes, it was censored, but at the same time, you already know what's happening there. You already know what Zachary is doing to that noble. You know what he's doing to that noble, and that kind of torture is like, whoa, whoa. That whole scene had me go like, holy schmoly, Zachary is actually a crazy man. I'm better stay away from Zachary. He's a crazy man. So so this episode again. Let's talk in parts of this episode. So first, let's talk about Eren, his father, Historia, and our boy Reus, Lord Reus, our fatty Lord Reus. First of all, uh, I don't believe Reus in a single bit. I don't believe him a single bit by what he said in this episode. I did not. And the reason I say this is because I watched too many anime to believe Reus. Now, yes, Attack on Titan is quite a unique anime, and it does take you away from those cliched stuff and gives you more realistic view on what's gonna happen. I know that Attack on Titan is like that, but still, I would say that I would say that I watch way too many animes to know that a person in an anime when a person is lying, it's very clear to me. Like, and I clearly know that Rios is lying, and he basically the reason why he. Am I telling Rios from High School DD, or am I getting his name right, Rios? I'm sorry if it sounds like Rios from High School DD because I don't know why, but my accent, it must be my accent that must be sounding like that. But yeah, Reese, he basically uh told he we come to know through him that his daughter, um, Frida, she was capable of manipulating memories, and it's kinda like this. Like, why would you want to manipulate someone's memory? And then he also says that Aaron's father basically killed all of his family, but he escaped somehow. He somehow escaped. Now that's very contradictable because there's. Have you seen the Titans? You saying me that the Titan is not capable of catching this man? You telling me that? Like, have you seen a cautious Titan? Have you seen the Colossal Titan? How, not the Colossal Titan, the Armored Titan. How fast he runs? Or just look at the normal Titan. Like, you see this man run, and he's faster than a human. Obviously, because of the size. Because depending on the size, the amount of land that he cover is a lot. So yeah, I do not believe logically speaking, but this is anime, so who knows? Logic may not appear here, but for me, I'm using logic here, and I'm just going with what I see in through this episode. But let's also talk about Kenny. Kenny, we come to know something about the Ackermans. Misaka Ackerman, uh, Misaka, Misaka, what the hell? Jesus, Misaka, Mikasa Ackerman, Levi Ackerman, Levi Acker. I'm losing my name concentration. I don't know why. I'm losing it really badly. Levi Ackerman and Kenny Ackerman. So let's talk about all these three characters. Now, there's a certain scene in this episode that told us a little background origin on this Ackerman clan and how they used to be the swords of the king and very vital to the king, and how the king used to manipulate the memories of people and keep only few nobles by their side who had memories. So knowing that the Ackerman like have this strange power awakened within them, and Levi himself has said that he has awakened this power a lot of times. Like he has felt this surge of power a lot of times, and so has Kenny, and so did Mikasa when she stabbed uh, that man who killed her parents. So you see that these were kind of symbols to or signs to these powers that are hidden within them, and I'm not sure if these are Titan powers or not, but it seems to be similar because the way it glows and how the Titans glow and everything, it seems very familiar. So it may be a possibility that Kenny, Levi, and Mikasa might also be Titans. Now, another thing that why I don't believe Reese is because there was a certain scene where in the flashback, even though we didn't know what Aaron's father was saying, he was quite begging and everything. Like he was, it seemed like he was angry. He was like frustrated and everything, and that's the reason why he decided to transform. And that's the reason, like he was ready to take these peeps down. And we see how Aaron also ate his father to gain his power in the certain episode, and how pretty much Aaron's father ate Frida. Uh, at least that's what I'm assuming through what the flashback is shown. Listen, I haven't seen I don't know if this is the complete flashback or there's more to the story, but through what the flashback is showing us, that's what I'm seeing. Aaron's father ate Frida, and Aaron ate his father. So he's technically obtained Frida. The his form, you see, his form is like Frieda's rather than his father, who was more like the gorilla form. And that we saw at the end of season 2, if I'm correct. Yeah, at the end of season 2, we see this beast titan who was like very much like a gorilla. So yeah, that was more like his father's form, and rather this one seems to be more on Frida's side. So he kinda, it seems like he got Frida's power somehow from his father, but at the same time not. So I don't know. Just assuming things, alright. Don't go on rampaging on me and be like, whoa, where did you get that from and stuff. I'm just assuming things from what the show is showing. I know this is not the complete past, and more will be explained later on. But right now, we don't know for sure. Now, let's also talk about how the troops' memories were manipulated. Yes, that's correct. Irvin pretty much says about the troops' memories being eliminated completely, like erased completely, and it seemed very strange for Irvin and even for the old man. I forgot his name, the bald guy. But that's pretty much what. Now there is another thing in this episode that is showed, and that is there is a certain someone Kenny's sister has in his womb. Now I think so. It'll be pretty obvious who it is. And just in case you guys don't want me to spoil who it is, because some people may think it's Mikasa, some people may think it's Levi. So just in case you don't want me to spoil it, it should be very obvious. But just in case you don't want to spoil it, I'm not gonna say it. But I'm pretty sure you guys would have figured it by now who it is, and it's pretty obvious who Kenny would race, as has it's been indicated since episode 1 of season 3. It's been indicated. So yeah, that was another thing that was shown in this episode or spoke about in this episode. Now let's talk about the final part of the episode where we get the speech about how Kenny is going to change the world and yada yada yada. I don't know what Kenny's motive is, and I would like to know what his motive really is. So it'll be fun to see what Kenny's motive is all over, and it'll also be fun to see what it thinks about, like what it thinks about the world and how it's gonna change it. So that'll be a little fun. So pretty much that's the whole episode. Now, next episode, I'm kind of worried for the guy. What's his name? Oh, sorry about that. But I forgot the guy's name. Uh, the one in episode 3 who wasn't able to kill someone. That person. So I'm kind of worried for him because remember one thing: he hasn't killed anyone and he's afraid to kill someone. So kind of worried for him because somebody who hasn't killed anyone is not capable of killing another person. So it's gonna be tough for him. As for others, I don't know about the potato girl, or I don't know about uh, the guy with white bald hair. I don't know about him too. So that's pretty much all the characters that I see and I saw in this episode that were gonna infiltrate the chapel. So yeah, let me know what you think about this episode of Attack on Titan all over. I thought this was a very good revelation episode. It may be a little bit confusing, not a lot, but it might be a little bit confusing. But I think so. It's supposed to be confusing because getting straight to the point isn't the point of this flashback. It's to give you a little more thrill to what's gonna happen. So I think so. It's decent. It was decent to keep it to what they kept it in this episode. So yeah, let me know what you think about this episode, and I'll see you next video. As always, peace.